What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Trance, and we're back with a tune by Arrakis, which is sort of a second alias of a duo. I think they're more known as Evolution, but it's a guy named, I think, Barry and Jonathan. I think that's right. And ultimately, does it say it here? Well, it says J. Sutton and B. Hamill, so I believe that's correct. And ultimately, there are two releases under this name on Fluid, Fluid UK. I think it's actually like a US division. Nevertheless, both records, or the two records, are very different from each other, which is to say, we're going to listen to the more melodic and euphoric and uplifting one. It's called Medusa, and in particular, one version I think is the one that is more commonly played. It was certainly the one that I remember some trance DJs playing in the later part of the 90s. This is from 1998, so is the other record, which is called Arrakis, and again, that is a very different tune. Arrakis, if you didn't know, I think it's the name of one of the planets in the Dune sort of universe. I don't really follow that franchise. I do remember seeing the ones from the 80s. I think, was it a mini-series or was it just a film? My brother watched it, so I remember seeing it, one will come, and the spice, it restores life and all that, but my understanding is that one's not even canon now. But regardless, Arrakis, I think, is the name of a planet in that universe, and the track Arrakis, it feels like a sort of alien world, sort of dangerous kind of environment. This tune is completely the opposite. It's a very uplifting, and it just keeps coming back around, and giving you that sort of lift and euphoric groove again. So I don't remember exactly when I got this. It was one of the early Discog successes, meaning, when I first discovered Discogs, I think it was 04, I was like, oh my god, it's a website, which, if you didn't know, now it's a website for everything, every kind of music you can think of. There's people on there who have put up, different releases and different variations of releases, and again, it's a sort of wicked, it's a sort of encyclopedia and marketplace combined. Way back in the day, though, early 2000s, it was just for dance music. It was that, the people who started it, it was about cataloging different 12 inches and trance and techno and so on. And so when I started using it, I was like, oh my god, a way to find records that I've always wanted. Now, I quickly ran into the issue of oh, well, I know a sample from that record, but there's no record by the name of that sample, so shit. So yeah, it took me a while to figure out, what I was looking for and different artists and so on. But this was one of the early ones that, I came across. It was oh my god, I heard, probably Theo or Huggy, some of these LA area DJs, I had heard them play this, so when I got this, it was it was a success. It was finally a track that, it's one of the ones that I remember hearing and always wanted but didn't know what I was looking for. So in any case, let's get it. This is Arrakis. The tune is Medusa. We're listening to part one. There's an Evolution dub, which again, Evolution is the name of the same guy, so they obviously did it in the style of their other alias, which I think is more progressive house, but I definitely enjoy the trance version of this tune. So let's get it. This is Medusa part one, and this is, oh wait, so that would be the A side? Yeah, okay. Wait, this? Yes. Okay, so as I said, this is Medusa by Arrakis, part one. Waves, one kind of high and almost stellar, and the other one more sweeping and wind based. Well, that's what my brain is telling me when I hear it. Also, it's a nice bass loop, right? I spin fast still, my tempo is still in the 90s when it comes to trance and techno, but default speed is faster than I remember it. And this is where, if you knew this tune, you know, these days we know it from like the first bar, but a lot of people right here be like, oh shit, it's this track. mentioned, it is very, very, very different from Aeroforce. So it'd be interesting to do that one, and we'll sort of compare them. I don't think I've done it on this channel. I think maybe I did it on my old channel. I'll have to check. If somehow I have done it, I'll put it as a link in the comments, but I don't think I have. So we'll go back and compare it with the other one. And again, only 2 records under this name. As I said, they put out records under Evolution. That was never really my bag, because, you know, progressive house, it's fine. You know, it's not a style I hate on or anything. It's just not something that I've personally pursued. But yeah, as I said, we'll come back for Aeroforce, which there are 2 mixes of, but one I think is by far and away superior. So we'll come back for that one. Do let me know what you think of this. I'll see you next time.